Welcome to WMTC Cyber Theological Seminary. Today our lesson is continuation of leadership development. One of the most tragic things in church life is the insecurity of church leaders. Why? They treat problems as if they were theology or some program, the leadership and disaster. Leadership disaster occur every week. In fact, many unsolved problems in church are due to emotional insecurity of leaders. The symptoms are the many. The leader fails to confront the problems and lacks moral capacity, becomes defensive when others challenge him, easily step down from his position, causing others to question his leadership and wreck the character to tolerate when others do not like him. Very is a few confidence, no confidence. This insecurity causes leaders to believe a lie about themselves and others, and they begin to destroy their own leadership. It's serious. Stability or destruction. How does emotional instability influence effective leadership? Lesson 2. Proverbs 29:12. If a ruler, leader, listen to lie, all his officials become weak. According to the survey of Barnard and the Full Theological Seminary, this is serious. This is the survey. 70% of the pastors say their self-esteem is lower than when they started the ministry. Become lower, getting lower. 70%. And the 90% of pastors say that they feel inadequate to do the ministry. 90%. Is it serious? And 95% of ministers say that there is no leadership gift to exercise as much as their members expect. 75% of the pastors responded that they were threatened by co-workers or lay leaders who worked with them. 80% of ministers spend less than 10 hours per week in the function aspect of leadership because they are not well prepared. 65% of pastors have seriously considered quitting their ministry within the past 2 months. This rate is very, very high. What is here? The inner need. Inner need and feeling of destitution and general symptom. I think it's most of the people, it's a Jesus general feeling. It's not only minister, everybody, they want to belong in something. So this minister is, they need a sense of belonging. Belonging is the feeling of security and support when there is a sense of acceptance, inclusion, and identity for a member of a certain group. It is when an individual can bring their authentic self to work. But in many cases, lack of this sense of belonging. Because of this reason, answer their anxiety. And so overcompensation, emotional waiver. And also the value, they feel inferiority. Inferiority, this is serious. And the competition and the rules of the belief and desire to be recognized. And ability, inappropriated sense, the ratedness. They cannot feel satisfied with his own ability. Competition with a specific person and aggressive attitude. And what is the goals? This is unreasonable. It's obsessive and impulsive spirit, defeat, and depression. This is general symptom. How do you set the big goal and achieve them? Decide. Think of something you want to do or you want to be. Work toward. Write it down carefully. And then about, is write down and then tell someone and announce it. Telling someone we know about our goal also seems to increase their likelihood that we will stick at them. Break your goal down. And this is especially important for big goals. And plan your first step. Keep going. Finding instability in your action. In reality, and the personal insecurity is easy to find our behavior. To reason we don't see it is because we ignore it. We act as if it doesn't exist in us by protecting ourselves or by diverting our attention elsewhere. And below an example from the Bible that the ordinary, the people like you and me, and struggling with the common insecurity. Compare. No, don't compare with others. Satisfy yourself. No need to compare others. You start to compare yourself to others. This is going to be a problem. Okay? If you compare, you cannot satisfy it. You ignore the unique role that you and others have to play in a teams. If you compare, you ignore the unique role you have. You have your own talent. You have your own unique talent. So don't compare others. Vineyard work is Matthew chapter 20. You begin to ignore the grace of God that has come up you by comparing you with others. You complain about the inadequacies you feel. You judge others not to be blessed. You see? One who comes early morning and the afternoon and the evening. It's natural to compare. But if you compare, there's going to be a problem and the complaints. John chapter 21. The Peter, therefore, seeing him, said to Jesus, Lord, and what about this man? Jesus said to him, if I want him to remain until I come, what is that to you? You follow me. Never mind. You see? I think of myself as a scapegoat. I want to compensate for my loss or inferiority. There is a compensation. This compensation, is I do not rely on the sovereignty of God, but try to do my own will. This is a danger. Jacob, you plan how can get the praise and the recognition of others. Do irrational the fight to get one thing that you deserve to get. You do not mind being dishonest or cheating to get result. There's a story about James chapter 27 and 32. 37 verse 1 is a psalm of David. Do not fret because of the evildoer. Be not envious toward wrongdoer. For they will wither quickly like the grass and fade like the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. dwell in the land and cultivate the faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. And Psalm 37:5, commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He will do it. And He will bring forth your righteousness as the light, and your judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Do not fret because of him who prosper in his way, because of the man who carries out wicked schemes. You fall into self-centered behavior and get caught up in things ahead of others. What's this? Competitions. No? Competition also is no good. Just to run your own race. You make your own kingdom and you do not care the means and the method to win. A prodigal brothers, you start to score your life. You are critical and begin to judge. You live a selfish life, like a prodigal's life, brothers. But let each one examine his own work, and then he will have a reason for boasting in regard to him alone, and not in regard to another. For each one shall bear this own load.